Good day. My name is David Ronin Reyes. I am part of Group 4 for CPE 107L B2. So, for today, I'll be creating two ICs, specifically one for the OR gate and one for the NOR gate. So, the two ICs I'll be creating for this project will be the 7432 and the 7402 IC, which I've shown below the images. So I've got this image. I was able to get a copy of these images by simply searching online the specific IC I needed. So to start off, we'll be using the 7432 IC on the right. So in order to do that, we'll need to add a subcircuit, and we'll do that by clicking the project button here on top and adding a circuit. Now let's our, put our label 7432 IC, then press OK. So in order to determine on whether which circuit we are on, we'll just ensure that we'll see the magnifying glass. So as of now, we see the magnifying glass on 7432 IC. This means we're on that subcircuit. So let's start by opening the gates folder and copying or dragging one OR gate. So these OR gates has a 5 input by default. So in order to change that, we could change it on the left or lower left side of the tabs. So we would be only needing 2 as in the image below. So I'll just put 2. Now to add the pins, so to be specific, will be making use of 14 pins. So we'll be needing 14 of these two. So for our inputs, we'll be using the one on the left, which is a box. So let's start with that one, and then another one, 2. I'll just be copying the image on the right. So 3 will be output here. So in order to ensure that they'll be connected properly, we'll see where their pin goes. So for this one, our facing will be on the east, and we need it to face up. So we'll just change it using the lower left option settings. So we'll set it to north, and we'll label this one as 1 to ensure that there will be no mix-up. We'll do that to all the pins. 2, north, 3. So to make sure that it's uniform, we could also change the facing of the label. So we'll just put it on our west side. To there. And to make things easier for us, we could just copy this, Control C, Control V, and then drag this there, and add another one, input here, facing north. So I'll have to adjust it again, and label this one. Instead of labeling it as 7, we'll label this one as ground. So of course we'll also need to rename the other ones. For label 5, label 6. Now let's try to copy the image. Try my best to copy the images. Now we'll need another OR gate. Set it to 2. There. Output ground. Now we have finished 2 of our gates, and we'll proceed to the ones on top. So um, I'll just edit the second one. Delete. We could delete by just pressing the line and deleting it. Delete, delete, then dragging it. So there. Delete, delete. Now we'll have to proceed with the ones on top. So 8, 9, 10. Start with the output facing south this time. 8, and also need it by west. 8, south as well. 9, another one, south as well. 10. There. And then I'll copy it, Control C, Control V. I could just move this closer there. And lastly, this one, which we'll name as, we'll have it facing south first. And rename it at VCC on the west. So since we've copied these, we'll also need to rename them. 11, 12, and finally 13. So we'll also need to put this to another one, and then edit its number inputs to 2, same as here, 2. And then we'll just have to put wires there. Not same for here. And now we're done. Now to check our work, we'll just go back to our main. And then as we see, we're already on the main since our magnifying glass is in here. To check our circuit, we'll dra drag this one, and now we have our circuit. And we'll add a label 7432 to it and have it facing north. There. So as we hover above the small pins, we could see the labels we've added earlier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then ground 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and our 14th for VCC pin. So to check, let's just add one input, another one input, and an output. So we'll connect this here. So I've actually deleted it. So let's just put another one there and there. Now using these symbol, this pointer, we could check. So an OR gate is it only becomes zero if both inputs are zero. So in this one, if both A and B are zero, we should get a number zero. So which is correct. Now if we have one input of 1, there should be an output of 1 as well. So as we see, we could see that the output has changed to 1. Now let's try 1 and 0. It also works as well. And now both 1s. And now we can say that our 7432 IC is a OR gate. So viewing the OR gate, once again, we could say that our pins 1 and 2, 4 and 5, 8 and 9, 9 and 10, and 12 and 13 are our inputs, while our outputs are the pins 3, 6, 8, and 11. And our ground and VCC are the 7th and 14th pins, respectively. So that's all for our OR gate. Now we can proceed to our NOR gate. So I'll do that by adding another another project, adding a add circuit, and this time we could add the label 7402 IC for our NOR gate. So we start with the pins. Wait, I'll just show you the picture. I forgot NOR gate there. So unlike the other gates, other ICs, the NOR gate is different from the other gates because it has an opposite direction. And unlike the OR gate, the NOR gate has its output first before its input in the IC. So what does a NOR gate do? So it simply inverts the outputs of the OR gate. So we'll now start copying the image on the right, and just placing this output, input, and input. Have them face north, similar to things we've done a while ago. North, and then relabel them as 1, placing west, 2, and 3. Oh, I forgot to label 3. There. So I'll just copy this to save time. And add one more facing north as well. And we'll have it as 4. Oh, I meant not 4, but ground, similar to the one a while ago. There. Now we'll need to rename this. And this one 4, 5, and 6. So I'll be using the NOR gate. So as we can see, the NOR gate is similar to the OR gate, except it has this smaller circle. So this actually is the only difference in the looks of the OR and NOR gate. However, this one is facing the east side, and we'll have to face it on the west side, similar to what's on the picture. So we'll do that similar to how we change the facing of each pin. We'll have it face west and edit its number of inputs as it is 5 by default. So I'll just put this here, connect it, and then connect it again. There. So I'll have another one, NOR gate, facing west and having 2 inputs. There. So we're actually done with the 2 gates. Then we'll have to proceed with our upper pins, which is 8 to 14. So just put another one, 8. 8, 9, which is our input, 9. Output is 10. So south. So compared to the ones down on the lower part, we'll have this one's facing south. South as well. Then let's put the label 8. 8, 9, 10. Have it face west. NOR gate to west. Control C, Control V. I'll see Control V as well. Then we'll have to change the label. 11, 12, 13, and lastly, our pin for 14, which should also play. We'll label that as VCC. There. There. And we're actually done with our V402 IC or our NOR gate. Let's go back to the main. Now let's drag this one out add a label 7402 IC and have it face out. Now we'll hover over it just to ensure that we've labeled correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ground 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, or our VCC. Now let's add inputs and our output. So I'll just put it here. Output. So with this, I'll just add a label or gate and another label nor gate. Or gate. So we could compare by using this tool again. So as we explained earlier, um, the NOR gate actually inverts the outcome. So it inverts the outcome of our OR gate. So let's first start with the inputs both 0. So as we can see, they have opposite, very opposite, or the inverted output. So from 0, it became a 1. Now let's try with 1 becomes a 1. It becomes a 0. So we could say it's also inverted. Now let's change it back. 1 and then 1. As we could see, the outputs are also different, inverted. Now let's have it all. So since both inputs are already 1, we could see that outputs are already inverted. So what we've actually created here is a 14-pin integrated circuit, both with 4 gates, 2 inputs, as compared. So for our NOR gate, our input pins are 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, and our outputs are 1, 4, 10, and 13. And our ground and VCC is our 7th and 14th pin. So I guess that's all for today, and this would be our OR gate and our NOR gate. So thank you for listening.